coming out is e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. White plays the Italian, and black goes for knight d4, giving away the pawn. So when you're facing it for the first time, you may think free pawn. And when I take it, I'll be attacking f7 also. Great. And black has already developed one piece. So how can it be bad? It's good for me. So you will take. Now black player would ignore this threat and just bring out the queen, allowing you to take on f7 with a fork. So from here, the queen moved here and it's still a fork. So you would think, great, I'm getting a rook. He has no defense and his queen is coming out too early. So I'm going to take the pawn. Knight takes pawn. And this is where realization comes in. Opponent just takes on g2. The point of the Blackburne-Shilling gambit, the queen came out to take on g2. Now your rook is hanging. Now you would think, if I take that rook, he'll take my rook, he'll be checkmate. Almost. Bishop will have to block. So I can't do that. I'll have to save my rook. So you would save your rook. But by now you're already lost. Because now black would just take the pawn with a check. You have basically two options. Queen here loses the queen. And the other option is bishop back. And now opponent thumbs the rook, the knight down here, and it is checkmate. You've got, as white, you've got checkmated in 7 moves with no fight. And you have not been able to take the rook still. So how is this possible? White shouldn't be suffering like this in the opening. White has the advantage, right? So black shouldn't be able to do this so easily in the opening. So let's rewind and understand what white can do when black throws this gambit in his way. So the rook was here, bishop is here. After e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, normal. You bring out your bishop. This is where black is playing the Blackburne-Shilling gambit. A very powerful gambit, as we just saw. So the solution to not falling for this is to not be greedy and take the pawn. If you take this pawn, you are in a bad position, almost lost position. After queen g5, if you take there, you're in a lost position because queen takes pawn and there's no coming back from there. So right now, you have to play knight takes knight. Exchange of the knights, this position is much better for white. It's not just better, it's way better for white because black has got less center control.